the channel by the power of Grayskull, we got the San Diego Comic-Con 2023 exclusive Mondo Toys Prince Adam, He-Man, and the Masters of the Universe.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another He-Man and the Masters of the Universe unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got something extra special, as we got the Mondo Toys Prince Adam San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. But for all your Mondo toy needs, head over to Mondo Toys. Also, sometimes you can get a little lucky and head on over to Entertainment Earth and use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. And of course, this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and I was really sweating it because you guys know I was at San Diego Comic-Con, went to the Mondo booth, they said, oh no, it's just exclusive you order. It's not here for pickup at the show. I said, oh, okay, well, I'll get back to my hotel room before San Diego Comic-Con's over. One of those nights, you know, that you're there, and I'll just get my pre-order done. Well, of course, what did I do? I spaced it completely. Monday, I think I was on the plane returning home, and I said, oh no, I forgot to order that. I also forgot to order the Logan Wolverine. Of course, I was sweating. Then I went to PowerCon. I talked to the team over there at Mondo. I said, what's up with this? Is there going to be a second chance? And they said, you're in luck. About a week, 2 weeks after PowerCon, the leftover amounts would be going up for sale. And thankfully, that's when I got in. I got this Prince Adam. And here we are today to unbox this bad boy here. And of course, I'm all in on these Mondo He-Man, and I guess I'm all in on the X-Men animated series as well. I still have yet to figure out a way to display these guys. And as we do know with these big figures, very hard to find some display opportunities for them. Well, it's just going to be very, very difficult here. These 1/6 figures are great. They are awesome. But boy, they are a shelf killer. So I got to figure out a way. Might have to ask my wife if maybe in the living room we have these nice built-ins around the TV and fireplace. Would be a perfect place for this stuff. These are true works of art. We'll see if I convince old Angie to do that. She's too sweet. She might let me do that. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But we do know one thing for sure. We are going to take a look at the packaging. We are going to talk about it. We are going to unbox it. We are going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there with this review here. So without further ado, let's dive into old Prince Adam. Beautiful packaging on these, of course, come wrapped here and then inside of a shipper box, as you can imagine. Got to take care with things like this. A lot of money spent on these, so we can't have any damages. You know how that goes. You do got the old Mondo seal of approval, as I like to say. And then you got Prince Adam there on the front, looking good, looking only like a Prince Adam could look. No doubt about it. You got that kind of scene there when he's getting ready to transform into He-Man. Got that going on. Prince Adam, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, Masters Universe 1/6, of course. 1/6 scale collectible figure. Same thing on this side here. On the top, Masters of the Universe. On the bottom, UPC. Then on the back, of course, we get the old tail of the tape back here. Let's see what it says about our old friend, Prince Adam. The carefree heir to the throne of Eternia, Prince Adam, is more likely to have a laugh than an adventure with his pet cat Cringer. At least that's what he'd have you believe. All shenanigans running wild. For beneath his royal attire and mellow manner lies a secret, a soul of might and truth, as dangerous as it is potent. Where evil rears its ugly head, he raises his famous sword, and by the power of Grayskull, becomes He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. How about that? Collector's model, this is not a toy, so FYI out there. But they also have one of my favorite toys, the power of magnets compel us. They got the magnets built in here. Beautiful packaging. You know you got to save this packaging. You're a fool if you throw away your Mondo packaging. You need it if you're going to sell it one day for storage and stuff. You need it for sure. Glamour shot of Prince Adam right there, and then there he is all wrapped up in the packaging, looking extra nice. And of course, I am going to take this offline. I'm going to get all this out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Mondo Prince Adam. All right, we got Prince Adam out of the package here, and my whole basement smells like a China factory. It has that overpowering plastic smell, like it was just fresh off the line, put in the package, sealed up to be released right here at the table. So not the worst smell in the world, but boy, you know it's fresh from the factory. And this did, of course, ship straight from China. I don't think this went to Mondo warehouses. My tracking showed China all the way here. So man, they did a quick turnaround right here, sending it our way. So it makes sense to smell that way, but not the worst smell, but I think most that have had figures like this kind of know the smell I'm talking about here. But boy, oh boy, we'll get into the figure here first. We usually go through the accessories, and we will go through accessories first. But man, this Prince Adam, an all-timer right off the bat. I was blown away, and it's one of those things, you see these things in person, you order it, it's kind of set it, forget it. Then it comes 6 months, what is time? And man, you're blown away. And that's what I am with this Prince Adam. A lot better than I was anticipating. And I, of course, knew I'd like this thing, but I forgot some of the cool features of this one. And we'll get into it in a second. But let's start off with some of these hands here. Now, he's got 2 fists of fury. Prince Adam, more of a lover than a fighter. But man, if the chips are down, he's going to put up the Duke. So probably put him up old sailor style. But you never know what might happen there. You get a little of that going on. But we do got 2 pistol hands. He does come with a little laser gun. You do got 2 hands for those if need be. You also got 2 gripping hands. Of course, got to have the gripping hands for the swords, no doubt about it right there. I always need 2 hands when gripping my sword. It's a heavy sword. You guys know how it goes. But we're not done there with some of these accessories. We do got another one of these bands here, and he's got a little flame effect on here. A little secret man-at-arms type trick here. You got one of those, you slide it in over the hand. He's got a little flame here. Nice translucent flame, looking very nice. Have to imagine this might weigh the hand down a little bit, so you got to be careful, and you should always be careful with your Mondo figures. Obviously, they're not rough and ready for a 3-year-old to play with, so you got to act like a professional and be a little easy on them. We know how that goes, but we do have this nice white cuff link. We get that over here. We'll talk about that in a second. Talked about the laser gun. He-Man's an interesting dynamic, of course. You always feel like you're back in the Flintstone age, but at the same time, you're into the future here. So he's stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle with you, I guess. But we do got a nice laser gun, nice chrome color to it. Got a little blue in the middle here. Very on point. And you can see Prince Adam dealing one of these. You can see that happening. Now we get down to the old power sword, and we got 2 models here. Of course, you think of the OG Prince Adam figure. He came with the purplish one, purplish pink one. We do got that here, looking nice, translucent. Looks like Prince Adam's sword, no doubt about it here. And then you do get the He-Man version here. Makes a lot of sense. You got to have both versions. I'm here for this. Simple reuse, but makes a lot of sense. Needed with this figure at the end of the day. So looking good there in the power sword department. Then we get to these extra heads, and man, I missed the memo, or I totally forgot, not exactly sure. But why did we get these 2 heads here? I mean, this looks like Granomir a little bit, and I don't even remember this pink wolf. It's been a heck of a long time since I went through the He-Man animated series. I know I caught a lot of flack saying it doesn't hold up to me as well as G.I. Joe, for instance. I love He-Man. I loved He-Man as a kid. It's just the animation doesn't hold up as good as some other cartoons from the time frame. I know, unpopular opinion. Don't shoot the messenger. We all got our opinions here. But I did not remember these. They are not traditional heads, I don't think. I guess you could put them on there. Was there an episode where they went to like some ball or something and everybody wore a different mask? Maybe that's the case here. They just kind of fit over the head if you want to. I guess that is the case. So very cool for what it is. Feels like a nice little throw in here, but I'm not sure anybody is going to display a figure like this with one of these heads. They're going all-time Prince Adam head. I feel like you have to, don't you? Don't you? But these are both very cool for what they are. And like I said, this one reminds me of Granomir a little bit. Not sure on the pink wolf there, but very cool. A lot of accessories of this one. And we're not done with that. We got head sculpts to talk about here. And of course, we do get the Mondo stand. I should mention that. We always get these Mondo stands. Always cool. Definitely nice. We need stands, and you need heavy-duty protective stands for something like this. Nothing worse than you put a Mondo figure way up high, and you come home the next day and he's down face planted in your carpet or your floor or whatever. That's a bad day at the office. These are very expensive figures. You don't want these getting damaged, so you need extra support on them in your collection, no doubt about it. Whoa, 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 stop the clock. I put this one off to the side because it was so big, but you do get the power sword here with all the lightning effects. Starting the transformation to He-Man, of course, so I wanted to shout that one out as well. But we do get 3 total heads here with Prince Adam. A very plain Jane stoic head out of the package here. Makes a lot of sense. That's kind of the run-of-the-mill head you would have in the package, and that's what we have. Looking good. He's got that little Dutch boy haircut or Shawn Michaels return haircut. Pick your poison on that one, but a very good haircut for him. It was all the rage back in the 80s. Probably some of you watching this had this haircut at one time. Not me. I never had this quite haircut, but an interesting one. Definitely a moment in time. And one Prince Adam, I think he could pull off and still does pull off to this day, but very stoic, plain Jane head. Got the nice blue eyes going on. Second head we're going to take a look at is a very iconic head, as we all do know, the kind of rolling his head back in laughter, a very famous meme out there on the internet. Of course, a lot of us know this the minute we see this. Would be cool just for kind of giggles to have on your shelf, but once again, I don't know if I would display him with this one. I just don't know if I could do that. I would do it for glamour shots, do it maybe every once in a blue moon, but for me, probably not an everyday head. This is probably the head I'm going to use because when I think of Prince Adam, he's just a guy having fun. He's just out for a good time. Got a smiling face right here. He's ready to hang out with everybody, but nobody knows his secret. That's what he is. He's laughing all the way to the bank because nobody knows what secret he has. Of course, same hairdo on all of these guys here. Very similar, just a different facial structure with the smiling head. And I think that's where I'm going to go is the smiling head for one Prince Adam. Now we get the actual figure here, and man, I was blown away, and I guess, like I said, I think I just forgot what I was getting here. I remembered the vest, I remembered the back here where you could put the sword into the strap there. I remember the color to it, and then I guess I remember the purple tights here. I didn't remember it was real fabric on the tights and real fabric on the shirt. I guess I spaced or totally forgot on that. I thought it was just kind of painted plastic. This looks awesome with this, and it feels really nice. Obviously, very tight shorts here, tight tights, and then a very tight shirt because, you know, he wants to show off a little of that body underneath. Now, you're never going to get this shirt off. You're never going to get these tights off. If you do take them off, guess what? They're never going back on, so I would never take these off. But that's an FYI there. You do get the white bracelets right here. We talked about that one earlier, but you do get two traditional ones. Easy to remove if you take the hands off, of course. You do get those going there. You do get a nice belt, once again, stuck on there. He does got one of Eternia's finest loincloths underneath, all in purple, looking good. He looks like he's ready for Easter at the end of the day, really. But it does look good there. I always like that on these. You got the fur boots down here like a young Bruiser Brody looking good, and then you got the wrapped boots here all in a purple color. I think if you're even casually aware of He-Man, you hand this to somebody, they're going to say Prince Adam, or maybe they might say He-Man, but probably Prince Adam is what they're going to say. But it looks just like Prince Adam would look. Of course, the sword does fit in the back here very nicely. Store that on him. Always love to be able to store stuff on my figures for sure. Of course, typical Mondo articulation on this one. Head, back, forth, side to side, up and down. Head going to be removable. Arms do go all the way around for you. You do get a bicep cut. You got to kind of feel through the clothes. You do get a bicep cut. You do get the double jointed elbows here. You do get the hands that are removable, back, forth, side to side. One watch out could be stretching the fabric if you have him in a crazy position where the fabric's kind of bent. If, let's say, a year later you want to bend that arm down, you might have some looseness in the fabric, so that could be a watch out. I'm not exactly sure, but wanted to point that out. You do get a waist articulation, no ab crunch on this one. He does got those Prince Adam splits if need be, of course. You do get the legs that go up. You do get the double jointed knees once again. You do get boot cut. You do get a little ankle, very little in the ankle department. It does say 2023 Mattel on the bottom there. It says Mattel. That's interesting on the foot. No peg holes, anything like that, so you're not going to be able to stand him anywhere there. But man, he is a big one. And these Mondo ones, they are an action figure, but to me, they're on that spectrum of action figure statue. They're a little closer to statue than action figure for me. And that could be the high price point, the bigger size. I'm not exactly sure what leads me that, but that's kind of how I classify them or even justify them in my mind and in my collection. But an all-timer right here. And of course, if you did purchase the Battle Cat and check out the Battle Cat unboxing on the channel, we just recently unboxed Panther as well. Check those videos out. But of course, that Battle Cat, he came with a Cringer. That's going to pair perfectly with Prince Adam right here. Just a 1-2 combination that looks really cool. Glad to have these guys together. Just makes a lot of sense for when I do finally get these guys on display. This is how I'm going to display them. Of course, He-Man, we've had a few different times here. And we got He-Man, and you put He-Man with Battle Cat, of course. It just makes sense. It writes itself at the end of the day. But an absolute all-timer here. Prince Adam, I think, is a good San Diego Comic-Con exclusive because, let's be honest, not everybody's buying everything in this line. There is diehards like myself. There's others that are buying all of them. There's a lot of people picking and choosing, and I think most people, if they're just going to have a little bit of a representation, they're going to grab He-Man. You want He-Man available for a timed window. A San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of Prince Adam is a very good idea, a very smart idea, and I think worked out pretty good. And like I said, if you did want this one, you could have ordered it San Diego Comic-Con weekend. Then they did reopen it, so everybody had another chance to get this one. So I was very happy about that. It very looked out for me, of course, as I explained at the top of the video here. But a fun one here from Prince Adam. Very excited to have this in my collection. We got Trapjaw. I forgot all about him. He's sitting right there. I got to get him unboxed, so he'll be a future unboxing on the channel. And we do know we got a lot of stuff coming. It sounds like Skeletor is shipping right now. That's going to be another all-timer. And we do know Beastman's going to be right around the corner. So very excited for a Beastman. They have mentioned, you know, Scareglow coming back out. We're going to get his steed as well. Possible Faker in the future. There's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of legs in this Mondo line. Just got to find a place to display it all, because if you're purchasing things like this, it definitely deserves a spot on display. No doubt about it, if you do ask me. So Mondo Collectibles, Prince Adam, an all-timer. Very cool, but way better than expected. That is my final verdict here today. But what's your final verdict? Was this a pickup or a pass for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as we got 2 YouTube channels now. Videos every single day on those channels, so make sure you do subscribe. You don't want to miss a video. And of course, Patreon members, you get early access to both channels' videos, plus bonus content, plus giveaways. You name it, I'll hit it over there on the Patreon. Good stuff over there for everybody. Of course, your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Prince Adam, Cringer, and He-Man 2, I am Kyle, and I'll see you all real soon.